I'm going to. I'm lonely, but I have a little bit of money, so I am treating myself to what I normally wouldn't call breakfast, but I haven't had breakfast, and I'm in the mood to drink coffee and eat a croissant, and I plan to stay here and eat another meal that consists of bread and an additional items. I'm like a croissant. And I haven't had a croissant in a long time. Which is why my parents must have been trapping me so I can't eat my favorite foods. They're at baby level. The baby could speak and it hasn't been civilized. Because I've seen babies point at a horse. It looks like more enjoyable to me. I get paid soon. I love my job account. And I've never worked part-time. And when I fill out applications in some places and it says like just 10 to 25 hours, I never thought that there were some places they really know the people have lives and they're just like 10 hours is fine. Which is why no one can tell me and saying like, wait until she gets paid and realizes that she won't be getting paid enough and it isn't a living wage. And she'll be reading on the phone being paid. I'm like, I have fun. Already. Before getting myself a job. And I had my what is it? Oh, my meeting with the case manager here for Hope today. She's looking into housing options for me. And I said, well, listen. I know, like, I didn't even know she's still looking into the one that will pay for my housing for a year, but I'm like, now that I'm working, I do not want to be referred, if possible, to that program that just pays 3 months of rent because I don't have any savings, and I do not want to be back here in 3 months after I get an apartment and also make you feel like you wasted your time. So she said like that right now there's like a voucher program going on that she'll look into to see if I qualify. Which pays for rent indefinitely as long as I'm providing my income, and I guess there's an income cap. I'm very well versed in my 3 months were traffic while I was 10 years old and they were in their 20s. And went through I don't even feel dumb that I didn't seek of any of this help while Jaden and Kaylani were with me. Because basically this was my lifestyle. It's like they're at school, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like sell my work or maybe find myself a job so I can find like some consistency in my mental health and not stress and then seek help. But with have you read all those text messages from my sister insinuating like that I prostitute myself when she has my money? And there's some psychology to that. that if one grew up rich, that even like if the help is there and one knows that eventually with the way things are going, one is gonna have to ask for those helps. One's just like prevents asking for those help, but it's because emotionally one is not like doesn't even have like a base of savings that feels enough to just like feel peace of mind going into these places and asking for help. And I'm not the first, Lorenzo, I'm not the first Acevedo to form a public berrinche. Having to ask for government assistance and doesn't even like giving up. I told myself that I'm the first. Within like my close knit that I grew up around, I learned to not take bribes from seeing people take bribes while I was a child, and from hearing like, well, this second, third cousin of ours does not let himself or herself be abused. And I was thinking today how the people who are chiquito are probably like waiting for someone to talk to me. This is why I keep to myself. And when I feel like I'm through, I only talk to the police. Because the people who are chiquito put me through these situations just because they have such a narrow view of the world. They think it's like them and then three good people, the people I'm fucking, my best friends, and then like any person that I would deem like it's a retard and like just acts violent towards me. So they're probably waiting for me to give descriptions of what the people that have acted violent towards me look like, to be like aware of their surroundings where that person shows up. Not just white my turn in my job. Like there's no Tiffany for you. And I think like they just need to like use their money more wisely. When I say use their money more wisely, I say spend it. So they stop focusing on like what threatened this happened to Yolanda and Sonia, I think, and other people. Like they got stalkers. They ended up calling the police, having to run into businesses and hide, ask for people that were working late. So can you take the risk of like, can you take me home to the homeless shelter so I don't have to take the bus? And I used to own a vehicle too. And don't worry, I'll be here every day after this. Like, bye. From you and the people are like, please don't ever come again. I don't need that stress. I'll help you today. Or yeah, sure, why not? We love your business. I still haven't had to go that route yet. Like I'm here because I want to be here by choice. Enjoy my coffee. I'm like, I have $17 in my bank account. I have about $11 in cash from $20 that I withdrew the other day from my bank account. So here I was just focusing on the 70th and to do that. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna get coffee and lunch. Like I can't visit this place without like getting coffee and a dessert, possibly, or something that feels like dessert. Sometimes bread feels like dessert. Excuse me. And an actual meal. But then I remember I had cash. bad for my dad because it's like he always steals from me and keeps me poor. But I'm like, if I had taken him to shop to Nordstrom, but maybe he doesn't want me to be the one taking him to shop to Nordstrom. I'm like a woman or a man to shop with him in Nordstrom. He would just like get over the fact that there was no Nordstrom. Yeah, way chiquito he was growing up. Because essentially that's what it is. And then he's like, I could build just one as good. But then I don't want the people from Nordstrom knowing that I know about them because they're gonna think that I copied them. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't with him. It's like that's all it is. Because when there was that conversation about, oh, well, there'd be Tiffany here and all of that, the goal was to set like a family store, but everyone wanted it to be named on it. So. Where like we would all, as artists, would also have our own collections there, but they still end up fighting for crayon space and embarrassed that they're not original. It's like we are the family that made the dollar, but we're not like that's I want a dollar. Ooh, that would be so good. I want a fabric with the dollar image or like money. I mean, it could be my embroidery. We go back to Asian times. But like seriously, something to like reflect the dollar all over, and then just put like my face or my work on it, and make a dress of it because that's what they're embarrassed. Like they're not the million people. We just provided a means to them for where we just smart to we know how to market. Really know how to market. Even when they're like saying don't shop at Nordstrom, but if you do, don't eat there, so you don't give them like a lot of profit. Because if you eat there, then you're gonna want to shop like the whole day. So people in the conversation, what is this Nordstrom? Honey, how did I find out about Nordstrom? And there wasn't one in Puerto Rico back then. I think I'm gonna eat here. Oh my gosh, this since I arrived to the US years ago. And I remember shopping with Edgar there. It was so much fun. I'm like, you need all this diesel. So many years ago. For real. I remember that day. Oh, we accidentally walked in like when the men's sale was going on, like the anniversary sale was going on. That was why I focused on him that day. Like whatever, I used to work at City, and on my break, I would just, not on my break, but on my break, because I have no family, I didn't have JJK Lobby back then, so I would like just work and then shop at the Layton Mall or drive over to Salt Lake. That's all I did. And then eat at Chili's after work because I didn't want to cook. So it was just me. And I'm that person so weird. So Edgar had a different shift from so we barely saw each other during like the days that he was working. Except he used to bring me lunch at City, like on most days because I don't like we live like a few minutes away. So he would just like drive there and bring me lunch, and I would eat in my car with him. Or we would like when Cafe Rio was it Cafe Rio? Was I still working there? There was something that opened. I'm like, okay, now we're meeting there for lunch like almost every day. So, so yeah, I used to shop. Oh, back to that. Like sometimes my coworkers would say, "Hey, let's eat at Chili's or let's do this." And like if we were eating at a place, whether for work or for like whatever, I would just like order for myself. Now I'm like I'm not cooking and I'm bringing food for him, so I would end up like ordering his favorite dish there, which would vary, and just taking it home for when he would come home from break or after work, if it was like in just a few minutes or that sort of thing. And everyone would be like, why are you buying him expensive food? Because he's my husband. And I love him. I'm like, I got invited so many times to Wendover. I'm like, I don't want to end up dead. It's like we're heading to the casinos in a bus. I'm like, oh, you want to have fun? I'm just gonna shop by myself or eat something. Like, oh, I don't want to be with people like that. And why aren't you going having lunch together? Even though we're not romantically. And I had like worked through that. Like seriously, I'm really good. It's like we would get along. Well, I had money for us to have dinner. I remember like meeting him on dates too, sometimes just alone. I'm like, I'm here, you wanna have lunch together? It's my day off from working in Nordstrom. Let's hang out. How's your life going? How's the Guado? That's all Puerto Rican. Just because you hear my children. No, I have a lot of respect for her. I just feel bad that they're in this situation. Like it feels like they're taking themselves hostage. I know, like her. I know they fly away. I may try one of those pastas from the menu. I already scanned the menu earlier, downloaded, and they look so appealing, but I may go for soup because with this rain, I may just want soup. I may want pasta for dinner, but I can't afford it. So I'll be visiting an HEB later. Something to eat with my food stamps card and stuff like that. Because I was in Central Market the other day, and the person that was scaring me right now in town, when I ran into him, was there. I just like ordered a pizza on my way back. I think it was a really lookalike. And when I headed over to get my pizza, I'm like, oh. Let me get my pizza, just eat it. And then I noticed like it didn't even go live. And there's a picture like Frank came down. I don't want this on camera. Anyways, he might be just a customer there. He might be like, looks very similar. Has probably lived in San Antonio. down. I just like, you can't take a different route to work, can you? Oh my god, if I go missing, that's a very unlikely of me. I wouldn't leave this place without like saying goodbye. In my mind, I'm like, even if I get money, I'll probably just say like, thank you for your services. Bye. Can you like uncheck me from your clients sort of thing? So I'm just like, yeah. So I said like I can't stop like eating food at the grocery store or visiting my favorite places, but like I have like this phobia now about like being kidnapped. That's but I'll get over it. I will. Anyways, what else? I was gonna check my balance for my SIM card, and I said to Rohana whatever Lorenzo Acevedo says, like the strong ones. I can't stop like living my life. Like I'll work around my fears, but I am not gonna like stay in bed here crying. I didn't specifically say that when I was staying in bed early this year. It was because I was exhausted. Like I was like, when I went back to Haven for Hope, I had been like literally on the streets and not on the streets because I was like between buses to the airport, HEB, the library, and that sort of thing. They're like, what? She thinks someone is stalking her. Those said that about Yolanda. They now a judge won't give her kids back. I'm like, it's not that easy. There's like people out there that aren't thinking straight all the time. So this is like why they don't give me money, my parents and my siblings. So that I literally encounter every threat out there. Like I've never felt stalked before. Seriously, when I thought well, no, yeah. Probably in the past, but it was like yeah. But yeah, I go like I couldn't like, oh, that's what it is. Like when I went in front of my coworkers and I get paranoid, like I was quitting my job at Nordstrom. Like I don't have an income, I have a little bit of savings, and what is this dread that I feel like all the time? And then like it took me until like after some soul searching realized that I am being like harassed by my own parents and my siblings, so that makes like life like be very stressful while being poverty stricken. So I did file like a few police reports back then. Why is this password not working? Oh, because I changed it. And my parents think that I'm gonna go a bag stolen at a homeless shelter. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm afraid. I feel violated, but move on, move on, move on. There's some circus show happening next year that you don't know about yet, but it'll happen. That's how I live my life. And I also said it to like one of my coworkers that I'm stressed, but I'm going through a lot emotionally. But I'm gonna watch the circus. And I've updated my phone number from that number that you could never reach me at. My pants still had the tag on it. And while he's resetting my password, he's like, yeah, are you the tag? Oh my god. The one thing that I always said is that I stay in a homeless shelter. But he's seen my address, so I was typing it during orientation. So, which makes it very stressful. I'm like, can I get scissors? I don't know. In my locker. I'm gonna get all the supplies out. And then went back and forth for like every new piece that I getting the scissors, and eventually I just gave up on that. So I'm like, yeah, but I paid for it. He's like, yeah, I saw you the other day shopping. That's not the point. And that happens to my primas. Like, that's poor people talking. Stay away from that. This is why I don't It's like I just read social media as like a social experiment, not experiment, but as a social awareness of what I'm going on. So if anyone hears this, they help the person financially right away and or emotionally. Like seriously, I'm waiting for my next paycheck if I don't have shoes. It's not friendship, and that's poor people talk, and it should not exist as a way to have people be financially stable. And I feel so bad because my mother, I saw my birth certificate, she just wanted her husband while I was a child. So while he's like, okay, but should we trust people or no? She's like, why not just give them money and we live our lives? I just saw a video of why no one does anything about people that live in poverty while they live off of tips, and why that system does not go away while my father's still he's like, should we give them money? Should it be a social responsibility of help people out? Essentially it's both, but it should be a high level help covered. And Tiffany is very secure having this conversation. And Tiffany's been even the most sweet. I don't feel like everyone in the world wants that, but if they do, somebody to and I'm trying to, there's this lady code, which is probably expiring, so I'm talking